Sacramento and the world. And you guys are absolutely the ones I want to be with on this glorious sunny Sunday. So welcome to the Sacramento Center for Spiritual Living. As the slide says, we are recording. So if you want to change your name or turn your video off, go right ahead. We will not be recording the social time at the end of the service though. So just know that the service is recorded, but not the sharing time. And today we have a wonderful, wonderful experience in wait for you all. Normally we do a very traditional service. You know, we have music, we have a speaker, we have music. It's kind of normal, okay? Today's going to be different. We're going to have 3 fabulous speakers, all of which are our premier practitioners. And they are Debbie Putnam, Linda Connolly, and Margie Lueckfeld. And I have to say that I helped train both Debbie and Linda, so I have a particular affinity for them. And Margie and I trained in the same era, so I know exactly where she's coming from. And I have to say that all 3 of them have been such an incredible support for my current journey that I have gotten to know Margie in particular much better through her treatments. And I cannot say how pleased I am to offer them to you this morning as your 3 speakers. So please, good morning.
So as we continue bathing in this beautiful sunshiny Sunday, tongue twister for me, let's unmute and greet each other.
The God in me sees the God in you.
Namaste.
Good morning.
Stephanie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, loves.
Good morning.
Happy Sunday. Happy springtime.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
You wouldn't wait till I try to toast it before you say that. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
And now. And now let's breathe and settle in this.
Okay.
Our invocation. As we breathe in this sunshine of spring, this newness of spring, the budding and the flowers and the bursting forth of this new potential. It is this that has called us here today, that has called us to gather in this beginning of spring. And as we gather in this community of such love and such support. And it is in this that we breathe in the divine, that divine intelligence that is the creator, creating all things. It is that which the seasons were created in. It is that creates the spring through which it expresses itself in its infinite possibilities and its infinite potential. And that is what spring brings. And that is what has called us here today as individualized expressions of the divine, of this divine creative intelligence. And I am so thankful for Ruth Hall, a production manager who makes all of this possible so perfectly. And I am so grateful for the musicians with their words and their vibration and energy and instruments that kind of dance with our hearts. And I am so thankful for each and every one of us here today that have gathered at the beginning of spring, of this new season. And I am so very thankful for Debbie Putnam, pardon me, and Margie Lueckfeld and myself for this opportunity of bringing and planning the service today and delivering the message and knowing that it will all, and thankful and with my knowing that will unfold all so perfectly. Ah, and I am so thankful to see the face and the joy and the love of Reverend Patricia. And for all this and more, I am so thankful. Ah, and so it is. And so now please stay for our guided meditation.
Sitting comfortably, letting go of the outer world. I give myself space to let go of all tensions and worries. I cast away all expectations and blocked energy that's been accumulated. Letting go of the push and pull of all the thoughts and feelings. The heaviness that I've been holding on to begins to dissipate. It feels so good to let go. Like a bird letting go of the branch, I become lighter and lighter. Soaring higher and higher into the sky. I enjoy the freedom. Feeling light and infused with quiet joy. When I'm ready, I gently slow down and come back to my inner world. With optimism impressed on the surface of my mind, I allow the feeling of light to spread from my mind into the body and into the room.
In this space of quietness, of light, please enjoy these readings as stones rippling into the still pool of your awareness.
With open eyes.
We should take the highest thought we have and attempt to enlarge on this consciousness until it embraces a more vital concept of reality. Consciousness in this sense means an inner embodiment. If one wishes to demonstrate prosperity, they must first have a consciousness of prosperity. If they wish health, they must embody the idea of health. This is more than faith. It is the knowledge that we are dealing with law.
We must unify ourselves with the great whole, the soul that knows its own divinity. All else must gravitate. Let us then enlarge our thought processes and dare to think in universal terms. Let us dare to believe that every constructive word is invincible.
The tendency seems to be that individuals set intentions without first having a clear vision. This is a backwards approach. Why invest the time and energy it takes into set intentions when they may not be aligned with your life purpose? Wouldn't it be wiser to first intuit your vision and then set your intention in support of it? Michael Beverly, Life Vision. And enjoy Amber Darling, The Call.
We are falling like the leaves of autumn, somehow already forgotten, the tree from which we came. There's a calling like the river she's aiming, always rearranging to keep us moving along. If you think you're traveling slow, remember it takes all this darkness to grow. A tiny seed holds all there is to know, and there's strength in letting go. We are falling like the leaves of autumn, somehow already forgotten, the tree from which we came. There's a calling like the river she's aiming, always rearranging to keep us moving along. If you think you're traveling slow, remember it takes all this darkness to grow. A tiny seed holds all there is to know, and there's strength in letting go. We are drawing from an infinite unraveling. Oh, there's magic in meandering. Lean in and listen close. There's a longing, you can feel it in your heart. you're traveling slow, remember it takes all this darkness to grow. A tiny seed holds all there is to know, and there's strength in letting go. There's a calling, like the river she's aiming, always rearranging to keep us moving along.
To keep us moving on. There's the calling. Ah, wow, that was great. And good morning. And this week, we have been diving deeply into visioning with engaging, embodying, and becoming. 3 steps. And we've been working over with each other, practitioners, and Ruth as well, going through what God's idea of life for us. And now, Linda, how about you giving God's idea of embracing?
Thank you, Margie. Yes. So last week, and as we've been listening, we've been hearing about that letting go, that releasing, right? And and when we release and we let go of something like the clothes that no longer fit us or the furniture that is old, we release it so that we can make room for the new, right? And that is what embracing does. After we let go, the question is, what must I embrace? Now, I have to admit, I had a struggle. Sorry, I got a hair in my nose. I struggled with the difference between embrace and embody. So that's probably why I was given embrace to do, right? It's kind of funny how that works, I have to say. And so I did what Reverend Patricia frequently does. I went to the library. I went to the library. Sure, I did. The dictionary. And there were several definitions, and one which is to clasp in the arms as a sign of affection. And the other is to eagerly or seriously to take up or adopt. And then underneath that, it said the synonym for embrace is accept. Now I have to tell you that was my aha moment. Because to me, embrace is the up-leveling of acceptance, of accept. Because when we embrace, as it says, it's a sign of infection. We eagerly. And so it is that piece of that now that I've not let go, I've let go of what no longer serves me. I am opening up with excitement. I am eagerly embrace. I am with open arms. With enthusiasm, I embrace that which is going to move me in alignment with the vision, right? And it's a reason that this is all done in the meditative state, because when we're in that meditative state, we are open, and then we can listen to the calling of our soul with the ears of our heart. And so in this meditative state, as I embrace and I am open to listening to that call of the soul that we all have, right? We know through our DNA that we are all unique expressions of the divine, of God. And so therefore, we all have unique gifts that is for us to come to express during this time. So we embrace them. And through this visioning process, we embrace that is frequently beyond what we ever thought was possible. It was beyond our current, I should say, current awareness, my current perception. And so I can open now with excitement and enthusiasm to those possibilities that up until now was beyond my current limited perception. And so it is this that is actually the process of the creative process. This is what we're participating in. And this openness and embracing these infinite possibilities for those seeds that we can be planting into the law. And to me, this is our growing edge, right? Because it is something new that we have not even experienced yet. And so when we embrace with excitement and enthusiasm and just this joy and this love of that's brought us to our growing edge of the possibilities of what is yet to be revealed as us, through us, that to me is exciting. And it is this that made me so so grateful for this opportunity for learning about embrace, because now I understand how important that step is of embracing, of opening to receiving, to being receptive to opportunities that I may have not even been aware of. And it's just being open to that. And that is such an important step in visioning. And now I can fully appreciate it. I can fully embrace this step in the visioning process, because then I can move into the next question of what must I embody? And we have amongst us this perfect person who completely embodies the teachings of science of mind. She is this perfect role model for us as she demonstrates and embodies this. And of course, that is practitioner Debbie Putnam. And so with that beautiful soul, I pass this to you.
Thank you, Linda. That was inspiring. Thank you for reconnecting all of us to what it means to embrace who and what we are. So as Margie said, as Linda said, today we are talking about the visioning process. And I don't know how many of you have experienced visioning. The first step in visioning, the first step really is to get into that meditative place that Linda talked about. Once we're there, it is all about throwing ourselves wide open to God's idea of itself, and then to bringing that into fulfillment in our lives. The first step is to ask the question, what is Spirit's idea of itself as my life, as my relationship, as my project, as my creativity, whatever it is that we are bringing into our vision, what is Spirit's idea of itself? And Michael Beckwith calls this whole process capturing the vision. We let go of any preconceptions, we let go of any old beliefs, and we are just open. And so today I'm going to talk to you about embodiment and how embodiment relates to the visioning process. Where does embodiment fall in all of this? What does it mean to embody? Embody comes in all of the middle steps of visioning. We ask, what must I embrace to embody this vision? What must I release to embody this vision? And what must I become to embody this vision? Linda spoke so beautifully about embracing, and Margie will talk to us about becoming. What must I embrace, release, and embody? Become. And so I did look at definitions, but I realized really all of these things are an experience. So I'd like you to join with me on a little journey. Please close your eyes and take a breath and go within. Feel this space in you and around you, the all that is. And let go of this space. You are walking down a pathway in the midst of springtime, and it is a safe and beautiful and allergy-free zone. It is a space of beauty. The path is lined with flowering trees. Everywhere you look, the world is blooming. And as you continue on this path, in this safety, in this beauty, you take breaths and inhale the aroma of the flowers, the delicate scents that are wafting to you into your nostrils on the delicate breeze. And your senses open. Your whole being opens. Your ears open to the song of your heart, to the song of birds. There are birds twittering and chirping with the joy of springtime. And this beauty fills you so much that you stop in your path and you just take it in. Breathe in the beauty, see the beauty, feel the sense filling your being. There is only one. There is one power, one presence, one beauty. And this beauty is all that is. And this beauty is all that I am, and it is all that you are. This beauty is the very essence of your being, from your toes to your head, from your fingertips to your heart. Every part of your being is beauty. And as you look around you in sheer appreciation of these flowers of this world, this beauty fills your heart and your whole being. And because you embody this beauty, you see beauty in your world. You are the beauty in your world. In fact, the only reason you can experience this beauty is because it exists within you. And this is embodiment. This is embodiment. And so when you're ready, come back to this space and this moment. Embodiment is the whole filling of our beings with the presence and essence of spirit. And as we embody the truth, as we embody our vision that we have captured, that we have called to us, so we bring that vision into our lives. We know that as our consciousness is filled with this, there is no other choice. It has to manifest. And so this vision springs forth just as springtime is right now springing forth into our lives as beauty, as health, as wholeness, as safety, as love. Ernest Holmes says, one moment, God's creative power of mind is right here. We have as much of this power to use as we believe in and embody. The storehouse of nature is filled with infinite good, awaiting the touch of our awakened thought to spring forth into manifestation in our lives. But the awakening must be within our thought. And so we capture the vision, we embrace it, we embody it, and Margie will talk to us about becoming it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you. So coming to the third step in becoming, what's God's idea of itself? So when I go into a meditative state, I feel like a fish in water. I'm surrounded and enfolded in God's love and beauty. I'm immersed into the consciousness of the divine love, of the eternal truth. God is all there is. And I know that I'm engaged with that essence of God's love. And staying in that, with that engagement, I ask, what's God's idea of embracing? I did. With embracing, I engaged. What is God's idea of me really taking hold of God's idea? Not what I want. What does God want? So what do I have to let go of? Trust. That's a good one for me. With the act, trust with the act of allowing for the unfoldment of God's idea of itself. Not what I want. So with trust I let go. And I embody God's idea of itself by remembering who I am, a child of God, as we all are. So I asked what God's highest vision for me. And pondering on that, I came up with freedom to awaken to the essence of my true self, my authenticity, my soul, my calling, the love that God has there for me to take. It's only there for me to encompass it and become it. I got to release to get all this, right? So, what must I release? I have to let go of I have to let go of control first, because it's God's idea. It's not what I want. Remember that. And especially, I have to release self-doubt, that it's already there, just waiting for me. And with God's qualities, I bring authenticity, enthusiasm, spontaneity, and merging all of this in love and compassion. For God's qualities are perfect, whole, and complete as God is. So in becoming, I become with these open arms to the field of possibility. Open your arms and just know that field is around us, waiting, saying yes to what we want to become. Just let go, let go, let go. And that's what I choose to do, is let go of control, not easy, and self-doubt. And with that, I'm so grateful. And with this visioning, I know will work for the whole world. And so, and bring us together into this world that works for everyone. Yes. Yes, and thank you, Debbie. And I thank you and Linda, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful week. And wrapping it and with all of this visioning.
Thank you, Margie. And thank you, Linda. Margie, I love how you tied letting go of control and self-doubt to the process of becoming, because we are always in this state of becoming when we let go of control and self-doubt. So I have takeaways from Linda's as well. I just love that. Thank you.
And you as well.
So in the opening quotes, Ernest Holmes said, "Let us then enlarge our thought processes and dare to think in universal terms. Let us dare to believe that every constructive word is invincible." As you go into your week, remember that you are a child of infinite spirit and you have the capacity to open yourself to a greater vision. Be open. As you go about your week, pause and allow Spirit's vision to expand in you. Take that breath and feel the beauty, see the joy in a baby's face, the smile of a friend, the love that is everywhere. Embrace the truth of who you are, embody the beauty of who you are. And remember, you are always becoming more and more of that beautiful vision that is unique to you. You've got this. Thank you. Margie, for our spiritual mind treatment. Margie, you're muted.
I apologize. I thought I unmuted. Okay. All right. Well, with this wonderful message today, let us go into, I like to call it the tabernacle of our soul, our heart center, where we're safe. And being in this safe, perfect place, I just know, like a fish in the ocean, with the consciousness of God all around, the vastness and the beauty. It's all in divine order and timing, like the universe and the balance and the perfection and the harmony and the peace and the love and the compassion. And as I know that this is divine presence of all there is universe, I know that I am part, I am one. Not part, I'm one with this universal love. As I know I am, I know each and every one on this, on our service, at our service today is also one. And anyone and all, everybody that's listening is a part of the one divine presence, always, always, always. So I take this into my heart, and I know that each one of us has a calling, a special calling, only to ourselves. And I know that in our contemplating and meditation and thinking that we release the control and the self-doubt, and we release it and we let it go, and we trust, and we trust what's already there, God's love, with open arms, unconditionally. And as I know this is happening right now to each one of us, I declare it is good, for God is all there is. So I give an abundance of gratitude for knowing this truth, and I take it in and I keep it within and express it beautifully in God's words. And I give that thanks. And I bless each and every one of us. And I take our blessings along with you and I spread them out into the world that works for everyone. And so it is.
I spent a long time running. I never knew then what I know now. That the fruits, they always come in, but you can't go around just knocking them down. It takes a long time to show in. We plant the seeds then and we look at them now. But the roots are always growing, no matter if I'm there or never around.
Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail, what's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, nothing
It's like your
more.
whole life you've been training for this moment, and when the time comes you just disown it, meaning you just surrender, don't control it, not interested in the clay pots and mold it, or sitting next to the path trying to unfold it, or waiting for the fruits to fall down toward you. Let it go and now you're flowing, feeling quite gorgeous, so you take steps away instead of towards it. What a rush, feeling freedom with nothing to hold. We've been taught that what you touch will always turn to gold, and now we're learning when we let it go it overflows, with no credit to take cause no credit is home. A higher power working deeper where the seeds are sowed, and when the seeds are true then they're seeds of gold. But the real gold is joy when life starts to flow, and when it does you just smile cause now you know. I spent a long time running. I never knew then what I know now. Let the fruits, they always come in, but you can't go around just knocking them down. It takes a long time to show in. We plant the seeds then and we look at them now. But the roots are always growing, no matter if I'm there or never around.
Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail, what's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, whatever grows
Yep,
will grow,
when it grows it grows,
whatever dies will
and when it dies it dies. Come on,
works will
if it works it works.
whatever flies will
Let it fly, let it
whatever
fly.
fails will
When
fail,
it fails it
what's meant
fails,
to soar will
and
soar.
when it soars it soars.
I am planting seeds, whatever grows will
Let it grow, let it
whatever
grow.
dies will
If it dies it
whatever
dies,
works will
and when it works it works.
whatever flies
Yeah,
will
let it fly, let it
whatever
fly.
fails will fail,
fails, it
what's meant
fails.
to soar will soar.
Let it soar.
I am planting seeds
and nothing more.
Planting seeds. What a wonderful welcome to springtime. And now we are offering you the opportunity to plant seeds of giving. Of course, you're always giving, we know that. This is your opportunity to give financially to the Sacramento Center for Spiritual Living through PayPal or credit card on our website, saccsl.org, sending a personal check. The address is there. And if you go to our website, I understand that you can actually click on Amazon Smile so that you can get straight there to do your Amazon purchases. And we get a little bit of, if you're signed up with us as with the Sacramento Center of Spiritual Living as your recipient, your charitable recipient, then we get a little bit of money from that. So we're always grateful for all opportunities, and we know it comes back to us with our abundance affirmation. Join me on mute. Say it out loud though and feel it. Abiding by the law of circulation and in heartfelt gratitude, I affirm that I live in a creative and abundant universe that continuously flows in, through, and out as me, expressing as the ever expanding infinite good. And so it is.
Ah, yes. So in that infinite abundance, it is now our announcements, and it is this infinite abundance that we give from in our food drive. And this is what we've been doing for the first quarter of this year, of 2021, is gathering the food so we can give it from that place of abundance to those, you know, and we've all heard of that ringing bell, right? You know, the call to mealtime. Well, through our food drive and our generosity of giving, we're ensuring that those that are experiencing food insecurities, when that bell is called for mealtime, when mealtime is ready, there'll actually be food on their table. Now, how glorious and perfect is that? I gotta tell you. And so there's different locations. You can go to our website, you can see them there. There's instructions when they're open, where to park. And please remember to go to our website and print off that donation card, because that donation card lets our community that we're in know that we are there, that we are part of them, and that we care. And so that's really important to remember to put in that donation card in with our donations. And then I want you to stay tuned for what's upcoming in the next quarter, because our outreach community has really got some exciting things planned. You gotta stay tuned. You gotta be here. You gotta be listening. Oh, just a minute. I'm getting a vision. Oh, what is that vision? Oh, I know what it is. I'm getting the vision of Debbie is going to talk to us about Wisdom Wednesday.
As you can see from this beautiful slide, thank you, Sharon, Reverend Sharon Dunn, for putting together the beautiful slides. In any case, on this Wednesday, March 24th, you have the opportunity to actually experience visioning. So today, perhaps you got a brief taste, and some of you have, many of you probably have been involved in visioning. Join us from 6:30 to 7:30 on Wednesday night for the actual visioning process. And this is just for you. What is Spirit's idea of your life? What is Spirit's idea of what you're working on? This is visioning for your life. Please join us.
And then, as you know, how everything just unfolds so perfectly in the divine right order, right? Right after this, we have on April 1st, which is April Fool's Day, right? But Reverend Sharon doesn't joke around. She starts the class for mental equivalence, which is actually a very important part of that creative process and part of the visioning. So I know that it's going to be exciting, and it starts on April Fool's Day, so we can't forget it, that on April Fool's Day, we're going to be embracing something new, right? We're going to be learning about mental equivalence with Reverend Sharon Dunn.
And one quick additional announcement before you finish this up, Linda. Next week, we have an exciting special guest speaker, our very own Reverend Patricia Van Workum. Be there or be square. Your turn, Linda.
So
Linda
yes,
is
please.
muted. Oh, there you go.
I've got it. So please just go to our website, because our website is always growing. It's always expanding, and there's always new things being posted. So anything, you know, we can go there and check out this website that Jaime managed to build together with some assistance with some other beautiful people. And it's great. So go check out our website. And you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Now for our closing song.
Spirit, you're alive in us. the breath in us, breathing all of us right here. Spirit, you're the grace in us, calming every fear right here. Spirit, you're the peace in us, spreading out across the world. Spirit, you're the power in us.
We feel it.
Feel it.
Like a girl, yeah. We feel it. We feel it.
It's spirit. And so, in closing, we go out this week knowing that we are one with life and life is one with us. We open to this vision and allow it to work through us as we let go and let spirit reveal itself as the highest idea of our lives. We are part of the infinite good, manifesting and unfurling as our lives and as our lives expand and improve. This happens for everyone around us, for our communities, for our families, and for our world. We are the gift as the gift is given through us. In this knowing, I give thanks for answered prayer. I give thanks and I release this word into the law of being that says yes right here and right now and makes it so, and so it is. Please join us for fellowship, a free 5-minute tune-up spiritual mind treatment with a practitioner if you'd like. And remember, fellowship is not recorded, so the recording is going to be going off here in a moment.